Hey guys, Dan Heilman back with another Watcher of Realms video. Today we're doing full in-depth testing on Cyrus. I want to figure out what sets work on him. Does Infernal Roar work? What does he scale off? Attack, HP, defense, all of that good stuff. I am on the test server, so this is not my live global account. This is the test server. Yeah, let's go. So the very first thing I noticed is my bucket had on his tier list that this guy scales off HP percent. It doesn't say anywhere in his kit what he scales off, so I'll put a picture on my buckets thing there. He does not scale off HP percent. So just wanted to get that out there. I will test it. I will prove it. I will show it to you in a minute here, but I just want to talk about him. They really do not have a lot of information. This is why I really wanted to do in-depth testing on this hero specifically, because it says a summoned unit that possesses a few of the summoner hero's attributes, able to attack and block one enemy. So I've tested Infernal Roar. It does seem to work. It was a little bit worse than using Soulbarn Arcana. Now, I think these guys cannot crit because I had 100% crit and I noticed the skeletons are hitting for white numbers. So I do not think they get crit rate. The Warriors, however, says something a little bit different. A summoned unit that possesses significant portions of the summoner hero's attributes. I think this means like a certain percentage, but I still don't know if these guys can crit because it's kind of hard to tell. But other than that, I think I have most of this guy figured out. You're going to want some decent attack speed on him if you're using an artifact like Tuning Crystal. But yeah, all right, let's begin. I will first go to test and show you, prove to you that attack percent is the way to modify this guy's damage. So we'll start with that and then we'll go into GR1 and then talk about some other content. Okay, enjoy the video, guys. And then I'm gonna pull him in here and I'm literally only going to use him. He's fully naked right now, and then what I'll do is I'll put attack percent on him and then we'll see his damage, and then I'll put HP percent on him and make sure that he's not scaling off more than one thing. I guess I might as well make him the Lord. Let's hit start. I'll put him naked. We'll see how much he hits for, and then we will drop in some gear on him and we'll rinse and repeat. The cool thing is his range. Look at that range. Oh, that's cool. All right, so there it is. There's his summon. Let's see how hard they hit. What do we got going on here? All right, 652. Okay, 652. So now what we do is we're gonna quit. 652. I'm gonna put attack piece on him. 652 is the number to remember. I will put an attack piece on him that has, oh my god, that gave me almost a heart attack. Okay, that was my alarm. Okay, let's go. So 652 is the number with absolutely nothing on him. I do have an artifact, so we'll just leave that there, but 652 is the number. Now what I do is I'll just grab anything with attack. Let's go attack and no HP. We're gonna hit equip. All right, so there's some attack. 652 was the number. Now let's rinse and repeat the same exact thing. 652 is the number. Okay, now we go fast. Let's go. Get some enemies down here. And 2600, a big difference. Okay, so now 652 is the naked number. Now I'm gonna put an HP percent with no attack and see if it's anything. I don't think he scales off HP. I think he scales off attack. So let's hit this again. And let's go on him. Let's put some HP on this bro. And then, yeah, okay. So we'll go like that. We will, 652 is the number we care about. We're gonna go HP percentage. We need something that has no attack, like this piece right here. We're gonna hit equip. 652 is our bogey number. And then we'll throw him back in and we'll see what he scales off of. It seems to be attack, but just to rule out dual scaling, because it just doesn't say. It doesn't say what they scale off of. So if this hits for 652, then we know it scales off only attack, okay? 652, there we go, proved it out. Okay, so he does in fact scale off attack. So let's get him in a build and let's test him out and see how he does. All right, so we have tested that he scales on attack, so that's good. Now let's go through the kit real quick for him. So increase faction allies' basic attributes by 15%, reduces faction ally skill cost by 25%. This is really good because most of the esoteric esoteric heroes have a really high skill cost for their ultimate. But then it says when an ally is defeated or retreats, increases the damage of other faction allies. So everyone else who's an eco-terrorist will get that 25 for 8 seconds, can be triggered once every 12 seconds. There you go. Okay, so I'm assuming this works for summons because that's kind of the point of him. Now, summons one skeletal fighter. As I already mentioned, we don't know what kind of stats you get. I think it can't crit, but pretty good rage cap, right? So 550, 300, quite good there. Deals 120% AoE damage to multiple enemies. It says multiple, it doesn't say how many. It looks like it's like, I don't know, 8 or so from my testing. Again, this scales off attack. As I said earlier, I did test that out. 60% of incoming damage will be absorbed by the hero summons. When the hero receives fatal damage, one of the summons will be sacrificed instead. That's pretty cool, as long as you have one alive. When the HP of the hero's summon is below 50%, increases its attack speed by 100 and damage by 50%. Pretty cool. Immediately summons the skeletal warrior. There is a difference between the skeletal warrior. You can see this guy says gets a significant portion of the summoner hero's attributes, meaning a significant percentage. So that's that. Awakens, we can go through those real quick. When summoned, skeletal fighters, 25% chance to have a warrior instead. That's cool. This one's really good. It allies penetration by 5% if you happen to get 3 of them. Summons 1 extra skeleton. Rage regen auto, pretty cool. I mean, that means he's going to be using a lot of ultimates. And then upon death or retreat, summons 1 skeletal fighter. Okay, so if he dies, he'll summon a skeleton. That seems like kind of not that cool for that dude for an A5, especially for a Lord. Okay, I'm using Tuning Crystal. Now, I tested Infernal Roar and I tested Soulbound Arcana in this video. I'm going for kind of the standard stuff: crit damage, attack, crit damage, or, you know, attack, crit, attack speed, etc. So I'll kind of show you the damage a little bit later in the video. I did try 2 different sets on him. So, okay, enjoy the video. We're going to go into GR1 and then we're going to talk about some other content real quick. All right, here we go. We'll try this team right here. Let me put a hollow in here just to use her as a buffer. Not even gonna use her to heal. Do I have Invig on her? I do. Okay. Guess I should put an artifact back on her. That'd be good. Let's put that one. Oh, and she disappeared on me. Feels bad. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's try 21, Gear Raid 1, Stage 21. I'm just using basically this top team. These guys are just kind of in for fun. I'm going to mess with some stuff in here. But okay, let's see what we can do here with this team. See if we can do anything cool. All right, very first thing we're going to do is we're going to drop Comet. Okay. Then we're going to drop Elowen to give Comet the attack buff. Okay. Then we will drop our, actually I'm going to do Boreas first for a chance for Dolores to buff him as well. So what we'll do is we'll go like that. Then we'll drop Dolores right now. There we go. What we're going to do now is, wait a second. Could have put a cost generator down. Probably should have first. That's okay. We'll just throw her down here now for fun. Okay, so now we'll go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll drop that one, and we'll get rid of that. Call that a day. I don't have any anti-healing in this team. Let's see if... Oh, man, that damage. The damage. The damage. Okay, now we'll put him down. He can, surprisingly, attack. Oh, another thing we can do is we can get rid of this cost generator. We can take our hollow and just go like this to buff only him. And then, I guess we don't have to get rid of him. We can just leave her there. She's not doing much but giving rage regen. We'll do this just to give him a little bit more. And we're just going to start pounding this guy, his ultimate. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll give you just to go again on Uridin here. He has quite a good, we will do that, and then we will get rid of you, and we will pop your ultimate, because you got it again, might as well. He is able to hit the boss, which is pretty cool. You can see he's already taking the boss down quite a good amount. I'll pop this just for him right now, attacking these guys. He's hitting for 31K, that's not very good considering Comet's hitting about 200 million. We'll pop that for the last second there. That's fine. Who's he even attacking right now? He's attacking. Oh, the boss healed itself. The boss can heal themselves when they're up there in the corner. I didn't realize she could use her Forsaken heal on herself. That's quite interesting. All right, so now what we do is we're gonna pop the alts. Oops, that was way too soon. That was way too soon. Let's pop this one. We'll pop this one. We'll pop this one. And then they should all be rolling. Oh, let's get Eloin going, and then we'll drop this like this and reset her again. Okay, there we go. So far so good. Not doing terrible. Not doing terrible. This will be the fun part right here. All right, we got that ad down. Okay, cool. So now I'm gonna pop Uridin with Constance to help attack the boss. You can see the boss is actually using the heals on herself because she's getting hit by Uridin. That's quite interesting. That is quite interesting there. I didn't know. I mean, I knew you could attack the boss, but I didn't know the boss would be able to heal themselves instead. That's quite interesting here. All right, so let's, the Boreas freeze there. Let's pop some ultimates here. Let's get them all ripping and roaring. And then, yeah, we'll use that there. We'll use that there. We'll take our little girl. I actually have not beat this level before on the test server, so maybe we can do that using this team here. That'll be interesting. Okay, the Boreas freeze is quite useful here. Man, this is the first time I've tested Boreas as well. So now we're going to use Constance and Uridin together. Let's see that damage is a little bit. Is it a little bit better? I don't know. It's not that much better. Okay. Now we got all of the enemies here. Let's. There's the Forsaken Totem. Let's pop that. Let's pop that. Let's pop Eloin. Get everyone going a little bit quicker. Let's get this Boreas ult going. There we go. Let's get Uridin going. Okay, beautiful. We'll pop that hollow to help boost there. We might actually have this done here. Let's see. Yeah. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. I don't know that he's going to do amazing damage here. He's just going to be kind of okay, I think. Alright, let's pop the boss ult. We popped Dolores just to finish this boss off here. We'll get some more stuff going here. As soon as the Dolores expires, we can pop Constance to keep up the damage buff. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, we'll do that. Dolores is about to expire, so we'll start the Constance, and then we'll pop that. We'll pop that. And here we go. Are we going to be able to kill this boss? It's just sitting there. There we go. Now, oh, there goes the heal. There goes the heal. You do kind of want some healing. Or you want someone like Cyrus to finish the boss, honestly. Let's see how much healing this ends up being. Where did the boss use it? Oh, it didn't work. What? What just happened? What just happened? The boss uses healing, but it didn't go down that time? Okay, well, that's pretty much it for GR1 using the boy Uridin. We'll see how he does compared to Comet and Boreas, but I don't think he's going to have quite the damage they have. We shall see. Hey, shortest clearance. Yeah, it was my very first clearance. How do you like that? Hey, a triple on the very first drop. How do you like that, boys? All right, what do we got going on here? Ooh, okay. Did not do a lot of damage. Okay, so he doesn't do crazy damage. However, wow, Boreas does more damage than Comet now. People weren't joking. Holy crap, guys. I will say, however, I think he's giving a huge damage bonus to the team, right? So, oh, I guess another thing I can do is 19.9 million, okay? So if I were to hit the challenge again button, oh, not that one. Nope, we got to go back. Sometimes it does different things. If I were to put Infernal Roar on him, I'm curious if his damage goes up or down. So let's test that. So what we will do is we'll hit challenge again. I will swap his gear with a really good Infernal Roar set I have. And then I'll show you the damage screen again at the end and just see how that changes his damage. So, all right. So you can see the set he's got going on right now. 9K, 100 crit, you know, some crit damage. If I go over here and swap him with like my Cyrus, we lose a little attack, but we gain a little crit damage. We lose a little bit of attack speed, and we're almost crit capped. Yeah, let's just see what happens. Okay, so I'm going to swap that gear now. Now he's in an Infernal Roar set. I'm curious if this works or is better or worse. What we'll do is we will just hit that auto now, and then I will show you the damage screen at the end, and we'll see if he did more than that, whatever, 19 or 20 mil he just did there. Okay, so that was the auto run. I think he might be better with Infernal Roar. He was hitting like 200K on the boss, and then every ad around there. Let's see here. That was pretty cool. Let's see here. What do we got going on? No, he did less damage. Okay, never mind. It didn't really change his damage that much, to be totally honest. So I think you could build either set. His damage went down very slightly, although his autos were hitting harder. So yeah, okay. I guess you could put it in either set. It doesn't matter too much. Now, where else? One thought I just had is I didn't use Power Dominance. I took that damage, and then I did an auto run and took that damage and assumed it's smaller. Let me just do it again, except for this time I will switch it back and press auto again. I'll put him back in the gear I just had him in. We'll hit swap. We'll go to Cyrus. We'll swap it right back. So this is the gear I did in the original. We just hit 17 mil. I'll press that auto button again just to double confirm that I did this correctly, right? Because I kind of made some assumptions, you know, because one was power of dominance and the other one wasn't. So that I know it only affects stats, but let's just double check. We did about 17 mil. Again, this isn't a perfect comparison. I don't feel like going through and doing it all. So this is kind of like an auto comparison, just because, you know, if you get a non-crit or example, you know, there's some RNG in here. It's not going to be perfect, but, you know, if there's a significant amount of damage, then obviously one set you should be able to prove quickly if it's better or not. So we'll see how that works. You can see him attacking the boss. There's the big AoE from the artifact he's using, I believe. It's kind of hard because Boreas puts damage all over the planet also. So that's a little bit different as well. But let's just see how this does. Unfortunately, you can't see the damage numbers hitting the boss. And it's really hard to tell who's coming from what, especially with 3.5 times speed. But I just wanted to double check this test because I want to get a little bit better idea if Infernal Roar or Soulbound Arcana is going to be better here. You can see the summons dying quite quickly here, so that means everyone's going to be getting the buff from him a lot, if you notice. He summons that skeleton and it dies pretty quickly. This one does not, however, but this will give us a little bit better idea, I think, of how much damage he was going to do. He did, what, about 17 point something million in the last test. And then let's try, this is Soulbound Arcana. So we did Soulbound first, he did about 20. Then we did about 17. Then we just did Soulbound Arcana again. And let's see how he did. Today. Oh, an ancient. A single ancient from a single run. How do you like that? 18. I don't know. It seems about the same either way. It's very similar. Honestly, it's very similar. It just whatever one you have better. Soulbound Arcana is good on him because his ult is so low cost. Infernal Roar is also good on him because he's just attacking very often. I doubt the Infernal Roar does anything for his summons, but I don't know that they're a huge percentage of his damage anyways. I think the main point of him is just buffing the teammates. I'm really mad I didn't get Boreas. Look at that Boreas damage, dude. Oh, I did. I ended up about 1,400 summons on that Boreas banner, and I did not get a Boreas or an Orim for that matter somehow. But okay, that's it. Doesn't matter too much. Now, where else are we going to use this gentleman? We could definitely use him in Immortal Codex. So in this fight, the boss against himself, isn't that him? He could definitely fight against himself. I think that would be a good place for him. He's not going to be used in either of those two. Now, where else would we use this guy? I mean, in campaign, are you really going to use him? I don't know. Probably not. I mean, you totally could if you have him, but you're not going to need him for any of that. What else could he be used for? Artifact material raid, he might be able to be used. Can we use him here? That would be kind of interesting. In his current gear, he's not going to be able to tank. However, we could maybe use him here to do some other stuff. You could totally use him here. He's got the 4 range. You could use him on one side of the boss to help cover both sides. He does do some damage, so you could definitely use him. It even shows him as recommended here. I don't think I need to show you that. He could definitely be used there. Now, where else is he really? You're not going to use him in Guild Boss because none of the eco-terrorists are that good. Gear Raid 1, you're going to use him. Gear Raid 2, you could maybe use him in Gear Raid 2. Not going to be amazing, but you could definitely use him. Gear Raid 3, you're definitely not going to use him. That's going to be pretty much it. I think it's going to be Gear Raid 1. Now, I guess you're also going to use him in faction trials. I don't have faction trials open, so I can't show you, unfortunately. In 11 hours I could, but that's tomorrow. So yeah, you're probably going to use him there. Is he amazing? No, he's not amazing, but is he pretty good in GR1? Yeah, he's pretty solid. He's definitely pretty solid in GR1. We've proved that Infernal Roar does work on him. I lost a tiny bit of damage going to Infernal Roar. However, we also proved that attack is what you want to scale this gentleman. It is not HP percent or defense percent. It does not say. And we kind of proved that skeletons can't crit. From what I saw, I never saw them hit a crit hit. So I don't think they get the crit rate. So maybe a higher attack is going to be better for him versus going high crit damage. So maybe you do want to scale him with, like, I don't know, triple attack, for example. But that's going to be pretty much my video on him. I wanted to see how he worked. I wanted to see what he scaled off. Those were my 2 big concerns because it doesn't really tell you what he scales with. So I'm thinking maybe you're going to want more attack because it seems the skeletal fighters do not get crit rate. From what I saw white numbers when they attacked. So they should have got, you know, the bigger numbers that show a critical hit. So, okay, that's it for the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like and that subscribe button. Have a great day, everyone. See you guys.